Today, we got two insanely powerful female heroes going head to head. Captain Marvel versus Wonder Woman. Who's coming out on top? Let's find out. Carol Danvers, also known as Captain Marvel, is a former United States Air Force pilot who, upon being exposed to the energy of the Tesseract via the destruction of the light speed engine, obtained cosmic powers. Danvers' powers are the result of having absorbed the energy of the Space Stone, gaining almost unlimited cosmic powers in the process, while essentially becoming a human Kree hybrid and being subjected to a Kree blood transfusion. Because of her hybrid nature, Carol is strong enough to bend metal, simply while flying backwards, durable enough to take attacks from Skrulls, and she's even able to keep up with a speeding train. However, after gaining full control over cosmic powers, she'll tap into her binary mode, which vastly increases her physical abilities. In order to gain this ability, she must first produce a massive amount of cosmic energy to envelop herself in, become essentially invulnerable and incalculably strong. She's able to push back under her power gigantic Kree ballistic missile, destroy both the Kree warship and Thanos' warship by flying straight through it, and even physically overpower Thanos. Captain Marvel is also durable enough to take a bombardment of energy shots from the Sanctuary 2, Thanos' warship. He even took a headbutt from Thanos and yet be completely unfazed. Carol's also able to easily fly around and dodge projectiles, fly all around Titan under a minute, and even reach light speed while helping Talos locate a new planet. Danvers can directly siphon her cosmic energy to a dense, powerful photon blast, they're able to use to send Kree warriors flying backwards, destroy spaceships, and even use them against Thanos. Captain Marvel is also an expert fighter and combatant. They want to defeat 24 armed Skrulls while in handcuffs, dominate Commander Talos, and even fight against Thanos while in binary mode. So, that's we got one corner, the mighty, the powerful Captain Marvel. But, into the ring, at the corner, Princess of the Amazons, Wonder Woman. Princess Diana of Themyscira is an Amazonian warrior princess, one of the world's finest superheroes, known as Wonder Woman. Born the daughter of Zeus, Diana grew up to be a skilled warrior, and traveled from Themyscira alongside Steve Trevor to fight in World War I and defeat Ares, the god of war. In the present day, she helped Batman and Superman take down the Kryptonian monster Doomsday, and went on to form the Justice League alongside Batman and protect the Earth from future threats. Wonder Woman is superhumanly strong, being able to injure people like Ares, Steppenwolf, and Doomsday for attacks, and even stagger someone like Superman when he was resurrected. Also managed to flip an Arhart in the air, lifted him through a World War I tank, drilled a bell tower for charge. She's incredibly durable, being able to take attacks from people like Ares, Superman, Doomsday, and Steppenwolf. She's taken Ares' electric blast and barely even been phased by large explosions. Finally, Wonder Woman is incredibly fast, being able to casually react to gunfire, reflecting her bracelets, deflecting modern day automatic gunfire, sort of deflecting a bullet right back into the barrel of the gun. She also blitzed countless soldiers. Even though this version of Wonder Woman can't fly, she is quite the jumper. Also quite the fighter, having been trained since a young age to become the skillful and feared warrior that she is today. She's used her skills to fight against the monster Doomsday, the god of war Ares, and the new god Steppenwolf. Also got plenty of magical gear and weapons she can use in a fight, including the Sword of Athena, able to cut through Doomsday, the Lasso of Truth, able to restrain Doomsday, and her bracelets will deflect Doomsday's blasts. In short, combination of her skill, physicality, and her weapons, Wonder Woman is one of the most formidable opponents in the whole DCEU. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now, Wonder Woman vs. Captain Marvel was already a pretty popular fight amongst fans. But right now, well, it's kinda more pertinent and popular than ever. At least ever since Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel became the first female superhero movies in their respective universes. So who's coming out on top here? Captain Marvel from the MCU or Wonder Woman from the DCEU? Well, that's what we're going to find out. And first things first, really need to take a look at physicality. Which one of these two women is stronger or more powerful? Well, way back in World War One, Wonder Woman was able to flip over an Earhart into the air, which was around 7 tons, lift and throw a tank, which was around 30 tons, and destroy a bell tower for charge. Although you could argue that wasn't Diana's strength knocked down the bell tower, but she simply took that support beam and crumbled under its own weight. Honestly, doesn't matter. Point is, she knocked it over. Plus, there are two things to note here. First off, that was all the way back in World War One, where Wonder Woman was at her weakest ever seen her. Gained a lot more power since then. I mean, she was even gaining more power throughout World War One, specifically in her fight against Ares. Engaging off her fight against Doomsday, she's been gaining more power ever since. And second thing we gotta remember, even if Wonder Woman might not have as many strength feats as people in the DCEU, she's done remarkably well against these strong characters. She's charged Steppenwolf through a wall, was able to hold her own against Doomsday, even temporarily restrain him with her lasso, and Diana even managed to stagger Superman with a headbutt post-resurrection. All those people are technically stronger than her, but she was still able to fight against them with her own strength. On the other hand, Captain Marvel was able to destroy fighter jets by either flying through them or just by landing one punch. She stopped overpowered and absolutely massive ballistic warhead, sent it flying backwards. She destroyed both the Kree warship and Thanos' warship, the Sanctuary 2, and finally, able to keep Thanos from using the Infinity Gauntlet and actually overpowered Thanos' hand. Now, all these are insanely impressive. Carol did them essentially with ease, never really showed signs of struggling, and all this clearly makes her one of the strongest heroes in the MCU. However, I do have a problem saying that Captain Marvel is objectively stronger than Thanos. I just don't really think that's true. She never really went up against Thanos at his best. At the beginning of Endgame, went up against a severely weakened Thanos. Clearly that doesn't count. But at the end of the movie, she was up against Thanos again, well, he was just using one hand while she was using two. And he had the Infinity Gauntlet on too. We're already seeing that the Infinity Gauntlet can severely weaken people. It killed Iron Man, and it very nearly killed the Hulk. Completely ruined the Hulk's arm. And Hulk was said to be uniquely capable of handling the Infinity Gauntlet thanks to the gamma radiation. So the fact that Thanos had the Infinity Gauntlet on and still continued with Captain Marvel with just one hand is insanely impressive. He's still clearly stronger than her, even though she's still insanely strong. So Captain Marvel isn't stronger than Thanos, but is she stronger than Wonder Woman? Yeah, I'd say she is. While Wonder Woman has been able to momentarily restrain Doomsday and some nice blows on Superman, Carol has still shown more strength and destructive power, able to restrain Thanos, just destroying those ships so easily on a different level than what Wonder Woman has shown us, or at the least, what she's shown so far. So then what about durability? Well, Captain Marvel, she's fallen from outer space when she was still kind of depowered, landed on top of a building, yet wasn't damaged. Then when she fell from outer space again, she landed and impacted with so much force, she created a massive crater in the ground. The heat of re-entry is nothing for Carol. She's taken blasts on the Kree fighter ships with no problem, managed to fly through the massive Kree warship, while at the same time withstanding the explosions caused by its destruction. She's taken a multitude of blasts from Sanctuary 2 cannons that easily destroyed Leviathans, blew up Avengers headquarters. She flew through a massive explosion caused by those gigantic ballistic missiles. Captain Marvel has taken a headbutt from Thanos, didn't even flinch. She literally didn't even move. However, Carol was sent flying backwards and taken out of the fight with a blast from the Power Stone, while Thor and even Iron Man took a prolonged blast from the stone, didn't go down. So that's definitely a knock against her. On the other hand, Wonder Woman is taking punches and attacks from Ares, punches and axe swipes from Steppenwolf. She just smirked at being hit and sent flying backwards by Doomsday. And Dino is even barely phased, being hit with a headbutt from a post-resurrection Superman. So yeah, she got some crazy blunt force durability feats. And while no-selling a headbutt from Thanos, probably the most impressive thing here, Wonder Woman isn't far behind at all. However, there is one important thing to remember when talking about Wonder Woman. Unlike Carol, Diana doesn't have to take every attack that comes her way. She's got her magical bracelets, magical shield, and she can block attacks as well. I mean, that's what she primarily did during her fights against Doomsday and Steppenwolf. Use her shield to protect her from attacks instead of just her pure durability. The shield has even taken a full powered punch from a post-resurrection Superman, didn't even dent the shield one bit. Her bracelets will also come in handy, because they blocked Doomsday's heat vision, which is a whole lot more powerful than Superman's heat vision, and she would have blocked Captain Marvel's photon blast as well. So Captain Marvel is ultimately more durable, but Wonder Woman's magical gear is a great way to counter that, really level the playing field. Then finally, we've got speed. Arguably one of the most important parts of this fight, because both of them are just insanely fast. And Wonder Woman is crazy fast. I mean, Diana is a casual bullet timer, starting all the way back in World War One, where she was able to block bullets, even bullets coming from multiple directions. Use your shield to block a tank turret. Then in the modern day, even on a crouched position, she would still be able to intercept every bullet from an automatic rifle, and actually see the bullets and track them as they moved. Also been able to blitz opponents. Actually done this on multiple occasions. Even moved so fast in her fight against Ares, it basically looked like she had teleported. Then while there is the argument that Wonder Woman doesn't really use her speed while in a fight, seeing as how she's clearly faster than both Doomsday and Steppenwolf, yet didn't blitz them in their fights, that can be countered just by the mere fact that she routinely fights against superhumans. So they clearly have some level of superhuman speed as well. This is backed up by the fact that Wonder Woman has shown they will routinely blitz normal humans, not just the Germans, but also the robbers at the bank. But in terms of raw speed, well, no doubt about it. Captain Marvel is the faster one out of the two. She's flown at faster than the speed of light while helping Talos locate a new planet for the Skrulls. Then when the Avengers went to confront Thanos on Titan, Carol was able to perform a recon of the planet just a few seconds, though it's just as likely the Avengers had already singled out Thanos' spot on the planet, and Carol just cut out a small area, opposed to her flying all over the planet in a few seconds. In terms of raw speed, she's even faster than both Superman and Flash. Her both faster than Wonder Woman. So obviously Carol is the faster one here too. However, it's not a race, it's a fight. And a fight's real different when it comes to speed. Carol has never shown remarkable speed while fighting, as Thanos is nowhere near as fast as Captain Marvel or Wonder Woman. But still able to easily trade blows with Carol. Then while Captain Marvel does tend to bull rush and dive bomb opponents, that's not necessarily faster either, arguably around the same level as Wonder Woman's speed blitzes. So, overall, Captain Marvel is physically superior, while Wonder Woman's only true physical advantage would be her reaction and combat speed. So, Captain Marvel is more powerful, but skill. Who's the better fighter? Well, Wonder Woman is a real skilled fighter. From a real young age, she was trained by her aunt to become the warrior that she is today. It will dominate fellow Amazonians during her training, plow through the German soldiers like it was nothing, even will battle against the god of war Ares, the Kryptonian monster Doomsday. However, when it comes to Captain Marvel, I think we get so wrapped up in her physical power that we kinda overlook the fact that she's a real skilled fighter too. She sparred and trained with Star Force leader Jan Rogue, who was a plow through Skrull warriors, single-handedly beating 9 of them while she was still handcuffed. Then Carol is able to fight against and hold her own against Thanos. And Thanos is a warlord with centuries of experience, some of the greatest skills in the whole MCU, being skilled enough to fight against the Avengers all at once. So Diana doesn't necessarily hold massive edge when it comes to skill. Carol can more than hold her own, meaning a lot of this could come down to Wonder Woman's weapons versus Captain Marvel's binary and cosmic powers. And Wonder Woman really does have some seriously powerful weapons. Her shield is durable enough to withstand strikes from Steppenwolf's axe. It held up well against Doomsday's beam, the explosive blast. When Superman punched it with enough power to create shockwaves, send Diana flying backwards, the shield didn't even dent. Her brace was able to create powerful shockwaves when she brings them together. They're enough to knock Doomsday backwards, blast Ares away, and absolutely send Steppenwolf flying backwards. Then the Lasso of Truth is capable of destroying Ares' swords. It's strong enough to momentarily restrain Doomsday. Then there's the Sword of Athena, which Wonder Woman used to chop off Doomsday's hand. This sword is arguably the main reason why people argue that she can beat Captain Marvel, because they say that she'll just dismember Carol, or decapitate Carol, or just stab Carol to death. I mean, it's magical. It chopped up Doomsday. She'll be able to chop up Captain Marvel too. Only thing is, that's an idealized version of the character that only exists in people's heads. That might not actually happen here, because while she was able to use her sword to cut off Doomsday's hand when she went up against Steppenwolf, skilled fighter who was stronger than her and had weapons of his own, she wasn't able to even really land a solid attack. And when she did end up tagging Steppenwolf for his sword, well, the sword didn't go through. Didn't really do too much damage at all. On top of that, Diana sometimes leaves herself open to attacks, seeing as how she tends to go airborne or a big jump. She loses maneuverability in the air and has been tagged while doing this before. And so while Diana can typically block Carol's photon blast, Wonder Woman gets up in the air, leaves herself open, Captain Marvel can use that opening and send Wonder Woman flying backwards. If we're being honest, this is the more accurate portrayal of Wonder Woman. Someone who's very powerful, who's a very skilled fighter, and someone who's able to hold her own and fight against more powerful opponents. However, also someone who hasn't managed to beat a stronger or more durable opponent, especially if that opponent is a skilled fighter too. And that's who Carol is. Someone who's physically superior, someone who's both stronger and more durable, and someone who can compete with Wonder Woman in regards to speed, even reaction and combat speed. Because it's not like Wonder Woman is Superman or the Flash. In fact, she was made to look like a statue in comparison to them. Plus, Captain Marvel has dodged sniper shots, moved Nick Fury out of the way of sniper shots after they were fired, and casually dodged shots from the ships while in outer space. So, end of the day, who's coming out on top here? Well, it's insanely tough. But I think I'll have to go with Captain Marvel here. Captain Marvel is stronger, more durable, she can at least handle Wonder Woman's speed, is roughly just as skilled, and Diana's only true advantage is her sword. This can be countered by Captain Marvel's photon blast, not allowing Diana to get in close, or flying up in the air to where Diana can't reach her. Not saying Wonder Woman can't win, probably will win 4.5 times out of 10, but I don't know if I can justify giving her the majority. Captain Marvel is too powerful, arguably the most powerful hero in the whole MCU, and I think she wins here. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Sound off in the comments down below. Also, be sure to like button, subscribe button, turn notifications on the DanCo army, and I will see you all next time.